EA just released the Madden 24 Ultimate Team Deep Dive, which includes some awesome information about the upcoming game. You'll be able to play, I think, 1 week today. The first thing they mention is that they will be doing a Good Morning Madden stream on Twitch on August 14th at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, and they'll be revealing over 100 player items, which is pretty crazy. Make sure you watch that because there will be a lot of information coming out. The next thing they announced is that they've planned 7 full seasons of Ultimate Team, which will allow them to release more content later in the year through the summer like they did this year. They also have a live event hub, which says, over the course of the year, Madden Ultimate Team puts out a lot of new players, programs, and challenges. For new players, it can become a little difficult to know exactly what is new or where to focus. With the live event hub, players will now be able to find all the components for a program in a single place. Solo challenges, sets, house rules, and even store items can all be accessed from the live events hub. Additionally, the live event hub will filter all the content to only show things that are relevant to the program you have selected. Select any particular program and it will automatically filter the items on the screen to only display the items related to that specific instance. So I think that'll be pretty useful. This will make it a lot easier for new players to understand the mode of Ultimate Team. So let's say, for example, the first promo, I guess, is leaked, Ultimate Preseason, and then it'll come up and show you all the objectives, challenges, sets, where you can go to the store and the catalog, all for Ultimate Preseason. It also shows an 80 overall Jalen Hurts. Over here, I think this is probably the Field Pass. Yeah, the Field Pass, and that does look like a power-up player, so that's pretty interesting. They might be returning this year. They also have added a new tutorial, it looks like, for new players. If you've played last year, you probably won't need this. A nice thing so that new players can understand it better. They're doing a lot of that this year, actually, with the live event hub and the new tutorial. There's also a new item catalog, which is pretty interesting. So it says, have you ever gone up against an opponent in Madden Ultimate Team head-to-head, and they have an item that you've never seen before? Previously, there was no great way to figure out how to get that player for yourself. The catalog aims to solve that. Every item that can be obtained in the game will appear in the catalog, and selecting an item will inform you where and how you can obtain that item. You'll be able to view any player's item's abilities, AP cost of abilities, and the global usage of any player in Ultimate Team. That's kind of awesome. So you'll be able to see what % of the player base uses that specific card, and you'll be able to see all of its abilities and how much the abilities will cost without even obtaining the card. Pretty great. Next, it shows, Aaron Rodgers in a Jets jersey. That's kind of nice. There'll be crossplay in Ultimate Team. We already knew that, which is great. You'll be able to find games in an instant, especially at the start of the year. Economy changes across gen. This paragraph here is a little bit confusing, but I'm pretty sure they're just saying that the market, like the auction house, will not be cross-gen. Some news on Rookie Premier, and we already knew that Aiden Hutchinson's going to be an 87 overall, and the rest are going to be 84 overall. Okay, starting overall, this is new stuff. The starting overall for Champions at launch will be 87 overall. Oh, actually, we already knew that. They kind of hit it in an earlier tweet. Now, this is some pretty big news about the Competitive Pass. The Competitive Pass has been revamped for Madden NFL 24. It will focus on solo battles, MUT champs, and head-to-head seasons. Instead of completely refreshing bi-weekly, each iteration of the Competitive Pass will now start on the first Friday of each new season and last the duration of that season. Oh, okay, that's interesting. So they will be long, like over a month long, the Competitive Pass will stay. They'll have to do it really well, like they'll have to have a lot of interesting content in the game so that it doesn't get dry. Right away, we can see some packs, Ultimate Preseason Player Pack, coins, that Tariq Woolen, Laramie Tunsil cards. Okay, well, maybe, for all we know, maybe that will be a great change. Continuing on with the article, it says, to keep it fresh, there will be Competitive Pass specific daily, weekly, and season-long objectives for users to complete. Okay, that might help it a little bit. Daily and seasonal objectives can be done across any of the 3 modes, while each mode will receive their own weekly objectives. The daily and weekly objectives will be refreshed for each time period, varying in difficulty and random from user to user. A developer note, while users will be receiving random objectives weekly and daily, the difficulty of these objectives are deemed the same. Okay, so they're deemed the same, but there's going to be some that are way quicker to complete than others. We already know that. To raise the stakes even more, most weekly objectives will require users to win, as as well in order to gain progress. Daily and seasonal objectives can be progressed in wins and losses. Another change in the competitive pass will be with the exclusive player items. Each season there will be 2 competitive pass exclusive player items to chase. Okay, so we already know which 2 players that'll be. For the first one anyways, it'll be AJ Terrell and George Pickens, because MUT Leaks tweeted out those 2 cards, which I think I made a short about them. And if you notice, they had little X's and O's on them, the same design as the cards from the competitive pass in the beta. So we know that George Pickens and AJ Terrell will be the 2 competitive pass players at the start. Each player has 2 versions, limited and base. The base version will be similar to the items from Madden NFL 23, being BND and having champion level abilities. I don't know what a champion level ability is, with a few extras. The limited version of that player can only be obtained by the first 1,000 users to reach the level that rewards the player. Okay, so there'll be a grind for people to get there first. This limited version will have an extra champion level ability, which sounds good, and is auctionable. Oh, okay, wow. That's interesting. Well, that'll definitely encourage people to grind at the start of the game to get those players. New MUT champ structure. You won't need a token anymore. We'll refresh every Friday. And again, I don't think they're going to give you rewards directly from MUT champs, but it will help you progress with the new competitive pass. Champion sets this year, in order to make champion sets more accessible. I can't read. We've changed some of these sets to require any non-BND players of a given overall. Rather than requiring heroes from that program, the first program this change will be visible in is Headliners. Okay, so Headliners confirmed to return. Rather than these sets requiring 5 Headliners heroes to complete, it will require 5 of any 84 to 85 overall players. And we know that the champions will be 87 overall, so you'll require 5 84 to 85 overall players to get 187. That seems fair, I guess. MCS, the Madden Championship Series is returning to Ultimate Team for the Madden NFL 24 season. Now is your chance to take your MUT team and compete across 6 MCS tournaments for a piece of the 1.7 million American dollars. Competitors will be able to earn a Red Zone MUT pack for each MCS tournament they register and play at least one ladder game. So it is a very good idea to register and just play one game. If you don't want to grind through it, you may as well just get the pack. The MCS Twitch Drops program will be making a return. Viewers will have the opportunity to earn rewards to enhance their MUT teams just by watching the MCS broadcast. That's always worth it. Last year there were some pretty good cards you can get by watching. More details on the MCS Drops program are targeted to release in late August, and you can register from these links. There's some restrictions. You can only get 5 Red Zone packs during the MCS season. So yeah, that was the Ultimate Team, and I will go check to see if they released the player overalls yet. They have not released the core elite overalls for the top 10 defensive or offensive linemen, defensive linemen, defensive ends. So there's a chance that they're just releasing this today and they'll be releasing those tomorrow. But whenever they do get released, I will be making a video, and you will not want to miss that one. So make sure you subscribe with notifications on, and I'll see you then.